It is. My husband was born and raised in, well, he was born in Maidstone, Kent, and raised in Chelsea, private boarding school, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we are well attuned to the times in England because he still has two older brothers there in family. So we speak to England a lot. We love it.
But you're not from Australia or England, I can tell. I don't know what's giving it away, but there's some subtle cues going on there somehow. Where are you from exactly?
You're fabulous. Memphis, Tennessee.
Great. Memphis
Memphis,
Belle.
Tennessee. But I do believe I was far too old when I moved over. I was in my 40s. And so it just didn't, well, I don't sound right when I turn home to go visit. And I
Right.
certainly don't sound right here. I don't fit in anywhere, but I'm old enough not to care. It doesn't matter. It's
Uh,
my voice. It is what it is. And it's the only accent I have.
you grew up in the US, large family, small family, what sort of situation?
Oh, oh no. That's a great question. Teeny tiny family. My mother and father were only children.
Right.
Now, imagine that when I went to elementary school, when I was in, my sister was 5 years older, but when I went to elementary school and we would break for summer, everybody would talk about going on their family reunion. And
Hmm.
I had no clue what that meant. So just imagine for a second, no uncles, no cousins, no aunts or aunts, however you want to pronounce it. Nobody.
Hmm.
Mother, father. My family could fit in the corner of an elevator, and that would be my entire family.
Wow. Wow. Was that
So,
unusual for this sort of area where you were? Was it more
well,
usually larger
yeah,
families and stuff?
yeah. Most people had three children or more, 3 to 5 children,
Right.
and most people had lots of aunts and uncles and family reunion and cousins.
Hmm.
Everybody had cousins. I was so jealous I didn't have a cousin.
I've got millions of cousins I've never met. I'm Irish Catholic, so I grew up in
Oh,
England, but it's like half of Ireland is my family, I think. Whenever I go over it, that's what it feels like. Oh, we're related,
uh,
are we? Okay. So what was the thing about why was it such a small family? Were your parents immigrants or?
well, I know that my mother's side of the family came over from France.
Mhm.
Ended up in the Cajun part of Louisiana and
Wow.
then
Yeah.
migrated to Memphis. And I think my father's was mostly, his surname is Gordon, was mostly Scottish.
Yeah.
But mostly there's the French side on my maternal side.
Okay.
And they
And
landed in Memphis.
what was it like growing up in would you call Memphis a southern state? It's the southern state, is
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Memphis is part of the Deep South, Memphis,
okay.
Tennessee. Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful hot summers,
Yeah.
gorgeous hot summers, lots of barbecue nights. And Memphis in May is a tradition that Memphians just love. It's by the Mississippi River,
Right.
barbecue galore, big concerts that used to be held at the Half Shell. I think the Half Shell still does some concerts in Memphis. And then down on by the Mississippi River. Memphis has changed a lot, though. A
Yeah.
lot of things that were there that I enjoyed so much growing up in my young adulthood have disappeared,
Mm,
vanished. And
mm.
they've been constructed into other venues.
Okay.
But Memphis used to be one of the country's most beautiful and cleanest cities.
Right. Right.
It,
But not
it's
so
it,
these days, you were saying before the show. It's sort of
it's
deteriorate.
struggling.
Yeah.
Yes, it's struggling with violence, as many cities are, not
Yeah.
just Memphis, of course, but many cities are struggling with gun violence and
Yes. I
other
mean
crimes.
I mean I think as an external observer to the US, I've been to the US a lot. It frightens me, the gun violence. I'm like
I
it
know.
really genuinely makes me anxious. I last time I was there was a couple of years ago. I went to California. I took my stepson to Disney and it
Oh,
was great. Yeah, I mean, we had a great time. But I remember I was walking through a shopping center, a mall, as you would call it, a large one. We needed some extra luggage because he bought too many soft toys at Disney. So we needed things to put them on the plane. And then at one point, I remember, and I've never had this in America before, and I've been there lots, but at one point I went, hmm, this is where those strange people with guns come and shoot you. And I started to get really anxious, and this intrusive thought came into my head. Now, I was only a visitor, and this intrusive sort of, as you would understand, post-traumatic type thought came into my head, and I wondered, my God, if you live there and you have this sort of thought potentially intruding into your mind, that must do something quite difficult.
If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.